Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? So today I wanted to do a short guide on how to basically Lemmy if you're coming from Reddit, or if you're just bored and want to find a new website that isn't being locked down right now. This is the place to be. You want to go to join-lemmy.org. This is the place where you start. So to explain in simple terms, the way Lemmy works is it is decentralized, unlike Reddit. Basically, Lemmy is a collection of a bunch of different instances that are under the umbrella of Lemmy that all can communicate with one another. So similar to how you have Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, they're all emails and they can all communicate with one another, but they're also kind of their own things. Very much like that, you have Lemmy.world and this, which are basically their own servers, but you can communicate and engage with the content on both of them no matter which one you're on. So if I'm on this instance, I could see the content from this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and all of the other instances. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find an instance for you to join. This doesn't matter that much, as you can simply make a new account later on, and also you can see all the content from all the instances, so it doesn't matter that much. The only instance I would actively recommend against joining is Lemmy.ml, which is basically the official instance that's managed by the developers of Lemmy themselves, and that's because it is currently overloaded. If you try to join it, it will literally tell you it's overloaded, so I would recommend avoiding it like the plague, unless you really, really, really want to join it for some reason. But otherwise, find a smaller instance so that you can spread the load across many different servers instead of overloading the main one. So I'm going to go ahead and click join on this one, and then you're taken to essentially the front page. So yours might look a little different depending on the instance that you've decided to join, but it doesn't really matter. All of this will be the same, which is what we care about. We want to go to sign up over here. This is pretty basic. Now, this will vary by your instance because they can have different rules, very slightly different rules. But generally, it's username, email, password. You verify your email. They'll send you an email. Click the link inside of it, and it's verified. You have to answer a code here. Some communities will ask you to answer a question, like basically different bot filtering methods. This one asks you to enter a code. Some of them will ask you a question and you have to answer. It's very simple stuff. And then you would click sign up. Also, there's this here. You can change this later in your profile. I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and click log in. And this is pretty much username or password and then password. I'm going to click log in. Okay, now we're logged in. So, how do we then go about making a feed for us? First of all, you'll notice it says local. This basically just means that this shows you the communities that are only on your server. So if you want to see the ones that you're subscribed to, you would go here. And if you want an r/all kind of front page, you would click all, and that will show you all of them. Notice how this says it's from Lemmy World, Blahas.zone. This is basically your front page. Now, how do we find a specific community that I want to join? There are two ways of doing this. The first way is to just simply click on communities, click on all, and then search what you want. I'll search Star Trek, search, and I find StarTrek.website. This is the official subreddit that is moved to Lemmy. If you go to the original subreddit, which you can do, you'll find that their private message says that, hey, we've moved to Lemmy at this URL. If you're looking for a subreddit and you want to see if it's moved over to Lemmy, I recommend just Googling it. For example, if you were to Google Warframe Reddit, you'll find that it's gone private, and they say, hey, we've gone private, and we moved to Lemmy at dormy.zone. So that's a good way of finding subreddits if they've moved. They may have not. But anyways, I would then go, okay, Star Trek. I would click on this, and then it would look like this, and you would click subscribe. And that would pretty much be it. Now, you'll notice that very limited results came up, and that's because the search feature that's built into Lemmy is very basic. It's much more akin to a Control F feature. If you're familiar with Notepad, you press Control F, it just matches the raw words. It's not a search engine. What we really want is browse.fedit.de. This is a third-party community browser. It browses for all of the communities across all of the instances, and it works much more like a search engine. So, for example, if I were to search Star Trek over here, I will find Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek The Next Generation. However, notice that if I search Star Trek over here, I only find these few things. I find Star Wars, because apparently I can't differentiate, and these three Star Trek communities. So how do I find these communities in Lemmy itself? Well, I would go ahead and click, let's say I'm based and I wanted to find the DS9 subreddit. I would go ahead and click this little copy icon. That will copy the URL of that instance, that community rather, to your clipboard. And then I would change this to all, wait for this to load. And once that's loaded, go ahead and paste what you've just got on your clipboard, click search. This might take a second. It might pull up a post as well. And here you can see we have Star Trek Deep Space Nine at Lemmy.world. We can click on that, and then we click subscribe. And there we go, we're joined. Now, there is one small, really minor caveat with this. If you're trying to join a community that is on Lemmy.ml, remember how I said that's overloaded? So, for example, if I were to say I wanted to join, I believe Pokemon Go is on Lemmy.ml, yes. I would click on this, and I would click subscribe. Now, you might find if you click once, it doesn't do anything. If you double-click, it switches to subscribe pending. This is, from what I can tell, a visual bug. If we go to our Communities tab again, and we go to Subscribed, and we scroll all the way down, we can see Pokemon Go is on there, and if you go through your page and your feed, you will actually get posts from Pokemon Go. So it's mostly a visual bug, but remember that LemmyML is kind of overloaded right now, so that's why you might find some weird oddities like that that make it seem like you're not subscribed to a subreddit, to a community, when you actually are. But anyways, guys, that pretty much covers it. The only other thing here is if you go to your profile, this shows you all of your posts. Here you can see that I've made a few posts myself. You can click on your comments, your posts, your saved. You can save posts just like Reddit's, and then you got your filtering here as well, and all of your subscribed communities over here. And then your settings is, again, pretty standard stuff. You can change your avatar, your banner, your language. This is where you can toggle NSFW content on or off, and you can change your password and manage your blocks. You can create a post from here, create a community from here. You can also create a post by going into your favorite community and then clicking create a post. The URL here is actually meant for links. You know, I have a streamable link here for a video, and then this here allows you to just upload an image. And then you have a title, body, and then this doesn't matter. And then you can say whether it's NSFW or not, and then you click the language and set it to English or whatever your desired language is. And then you can click Create Community as well, and that will pretty much be as you expect. Name, display name, icon, banner, sidebar, NSFW, and then your language and whether or not only moderators can post to the community. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope that helps. I hope we can all get a better experience on Lemmy than we did on Reddit, or they walk back their changes. Either way, guys, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Peace.